Welcome to r/leopardsatemyface, where the regime gets what it deserves. Starting off, I know most of you voted for Trump, but I think 3 more years of this, me and my family may be homeless. How's everyone else doing in Trump's economy? We're doing better under the old Biden economy. I don't want to see another Demo-rat communist hold the president's office again. Ah yes, the duality of the cult. The ones that are aware of what's going on and are still going to vote for Trump, or the ones that are burying their heads in the sand, and guess what? Are still going to vote for Trump. MAGA's insane Valentina Gomez snubbed by Trump, who endorsed Rep. John Carter for her district instead. What? You really expected Trump to, back a cultist supporter of his? No, of course not. The only thing he's going to support is whatever's most convenient and beneficial to him at the time. Trump endorses Representative John Carter over social media influencer, also known as MAGA cultist, shill and propaganda artist, Valentina Gomez in the Texas 31st District GOP primary. It's laughable how hard she's tried to become so significant to MAGA. All those crazy stunts, and they still couldn't give a shit about you, girl. Yeah, I mean, what did she expect? She has a thick accent and is a woman. It's not enough just to espouse bigotry, you have to fill the part, sweetheart. It also doesn't help that she's named after a Mexican hot sauce, lol. Yeah, maybe it's not a good idea to support the party of bigots and racists, because they're bigots and racists. And Jesus Christ, let alone trying to run for their government. Well, has she tried going bleach blonde and instead of talking, just nodding along to everything a white man says? It makes more sense if she was probably just trying to get a fiery MAGA Latina gig in Fox commentary. I voted for the man 3 times. Well, that was your first, second, and third mistake. I worked for 2 of his presidential campaigns. And you didn't take the time aside to research how shit of a person he is? So, would I vote for him again? Fuck no. Well, you couldn't even vote for him again because legally it's his last term. But you guys don't actually give a shit about legalities, and come the time his name's on the ballot again, you're gonna vote for him again. I have no idea why we think we have any right to be shocked that the economy sucks. The leader of the free world only filed for bankruptcy 6 fucking times. So, you know this, and still voted for him 3 times before? Oh, yeah, because you guys don't do your fucking research before you vote. So maybe next time, just before you vote, for the direction of your country, you should maybe do a tiny bit of research on who you're actually voting for. I wonder what it is that caused her to turn. What financial goal did she have that's now gone? And she is unable to blame anyone else for it. Because it wasn't anything else he's done, or have been accused of, that has changed her mind. I don't. So I went through her IG a bit, and it seems like the turn came with Trump and the GOP leadership doing everything that they could to prevent a vote on the release of the Epstein files. Oh no, Epstein's best friend isn't gonna release the Epstein files? God, that's a shock to everyone. As soon as she expressed dissatisfaction with that, all of a sudden, it seems like she just made a complete 180 on supporting him at all, and was labelled a never-Trumper. What's pretty amazing about the state of political discourse in America today is that a president's opposition to the release of the files, probably implicate him in sex crimes, can magically make you change your mind about his handling of the economy. Well, yeah, you're fine with everything else he does until he does one specific thing that you don't like. In that case, all the stuff that you were fine with 5 minutes ago, that's not allowed anymore. When the war on freeloaders somehow hits the single dad with a job first. Not gonna get all political and stuff, but I gotta say, I'm feeling very unburdened by what has been. Now, the real question is that gonna last? Oh, yeah, it's leopards in my face. Of course it doesn't. Mr. President, I am absolutely a supporter. And the only reason you supported him is because you never did your research and just blindly followed him like a cult member. Inflation has not gone down. It is not close to zero, as you've been saying, and I'm a very hard-working single father, and I have to struggle each and every week to feed my son. I can only imagine what it's been like for those multiple children. You want to change things? Really change the price of groceries in the United States. You want to change SNAP? Make it available to those of us who are actually carers that are raising our children alone. Stop making it only available to those who don't have jobs, that just want to make that lifestyle a career. Anything would have been better than nothing. Stop saying it's gotten better when it's only gotten more expensive. Keep your $2K and fix this. Oh, is this referring to the $2,000 tariff dividends that are never going to be released? Yeah. He doesn't know most people on SNAP, in fact, have jobs. And of those that don't, it's because they can't. No one enjoys being on SNAP. But the cult doesn't actually care. They just make up in their mind that everyone on SNAP must be freeloaders. And there's no other justifiable reason, because they have to be bad, because they're so good. Also, why should it even be normal for people with a wage to need assistance when the job should be compensating you and keeping you alive comfortably? It's so normalized and set in stone ever since Walmart made it necessary to have a job and be on SNAP. Hey chat, if you guys support this gay guy reading stuff and want to see more of the content, you should totally like, subscribe and share. Also press that weird hype button. It does something apparently, because it helps a lot. Anyways, thanks for watching, and back to the video. MAGA mother begs in a local marketplace group that she can't afford Christmas presents, but at least she can say Merry Christmas. Hello, I'm looking for help for Christmas. I was laid off and haven't secured a new job yet. Utilities and bills are overdue, and I'm slowly chipping away at them by doing DoorDash, etc. I have an 8-year-old girl and a 9-year-old boy, and already told them not to expect much other than presents from Santa. What, like the $2 instead of like $20 or $30? Maybe $1 or $2? And a couple of pencils? While Trump has a big yacht, or whatever the fuck billionaires buy these days. I don't even know if I can swing that. Anything, even used toys, books, crafts, etc. would help. She loves Monster High and K-pop, crafts, building kits, jewelry making kits, etc. And he loves Roblox, Fortnite, Pokemon, cards, and building stuff for science kits. I may even have things to offer in return. If anyone has any advice or resources to share, it would greatly be appreciated. I went down to NC 3 times last year helping with the hurricane relief, and even bringing Christmas to them. I've always loved helping, but now I'm on the other side, and I'm just hoping to have a few things under the tree for them to open. Well, 2 days ago, talking about border calendars officially being in stock. Right. Really got your priorities straight. Maybe you should focus more on electing and supporting politicians who are actually going to help you, as a person who may be struggling or working class, as opposed to the one that's owning the libs, and being bigoted, and not much else. Always a shame when kids suffer a stupid parent. That's my thought. I feel bad for the kids. There is still hope they can grow up and learn that they had an idiot for a parent. And they didn't even ask for any of that shit. And neither did the rest of us who voted blue. Thanks, President Trump. I voted for you. Thanks, President Trump. I voted for you. I had faith in you. Courtesy of Fox Propaganda News. I just got my letter that as of January 1st, I no longer have health insurance. I'm not an immigrant, and I'm not here illegally. Just have to define that you're not the enemy, according to your cult, and you pledge allegiance to dear leader before you complain about him, and the consequences of your own vote. I'm just a small business owner that absolutely cannot afford a $1,300 a month for my subpar insurance. Yes, I was getting a subsidy, but I own a small business. Health insurance without a large group is absolutely unaffordable. Hell, it's expensive with a large group. Hoping I don't regret my choice of voting for you. F Trump. Well, you probably should regret the choice of voting for him because you voted for a liar, greedy billionaire who doesn't care about you. Keep in mind that, despite all the propaganda, he doesn't care about you. Guarantee you, again, this guy is so deep in the cult, he's just gonna vote for them next election. They'll somehow find a way to pin this on the libs. It's wild how so many of these are like, Trump is literally ruining my life and driving me to homelessness. But what was I supposed to do? Vote for Harris? Yeah, dummy. You should have voted for Harris. No, that is a physical impossibility. Voting for Harris. What are you talking about? That would mean becoming a Democrat. Well, yeah, but did you hear the way that she laughed?